Afternoon, it's Thursday, August 15, 2024. Peace is a path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. On the news this afternoon, NNPCL discovers 63 illegal refineries in Rivers, other state. TCN says part of Rivers to face blackout following destruction of facility. Governor Fubara assigns portfolios to new commissioners, special advisors. Finnish government launches legal action against pro-Biafran agitator Simon Eba. And on the foreign scene, Indian women protest over rape, murder of female doctor. I'm Ifechuku Moyle with the news. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited said it has uncovered and confiscated product from 63 illegal refineries in Rivers and other Niger Delta states in the past week. In a statement yesterday, the NNPCL said about 19 illegal pipeline connections were recovered in Rivers and Bayelsa states during the week under review. It added that a vandalized barricaded oil wellhead was discovered in Bayelsa State and stolen crude oil was discovered in oil reservoirs in River State. It said a total of 15 wooden boats conveying stolen crude were also confiscated in Rivers and Bayelsa State, while about 16 suspects were arrested in connection with the incident in the past week. The statement by the NNPCL come amid criticism over the delay in the commencement of operations by the Port Harcourt refinery as earlier announced. As you may know, the oil company for the sixth time yesterday postponed the resumption date of the Port Harcourt refinery. In July, the Group Chief Executive Officer of the NNPCL, Mele Kyari, said the refinery would come into operation in early August. This is after he said in 2019 that the NNPCL would deliver all the country's 4 refineries before the end of former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. In the meantime, the Depot and Petroleum Product Marketers Association of Nigeria, DAPMAN, has denied accusations that it is hindering the operations of local refineries to maintain the importation of petroleum products. The executive secretary of DAPMAN, Olufemi Adewole, said the association's members have committed substantial resources to building infrastructure and facilities across all sectors of the downstream value chain. He said their primary goal was to ensure the seamless supply and distribution of petroleum products throughout Nigeria. Away from that, the Transition Company of Nigeria says some parts of Rivers and Bayelsa State will experience months of blackout after vandals destroyed 13 of its towers along the Ahuda-Yenagoa 132 kV double circuits. General Manager of Public Affairs, TCN, Ndidi Mba, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday. The TCN appealed to the Rivers and Bayelsa State government to assist it in addressing the ongoing vandalism of its installations, which is said has become increasingly alarming and overwhelming. And now the alarm raised by the TCN comes after management of Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company PHED signed an agreement with aggrieved staff to shelve their planned strike. The 6-point resolution, which include payment of 25 months pension arrears, payment of cost of living adjustment, signing of reviewed conditions of service, non-remittance of third-party deductions, and sensitization tour of companies' franchises. Recall staff of the PHED had threatened to begin strike if the management fails to meet their demands in 2 days. In other news, River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has assigned portfolios to the 5 newly sworn-in commissioners and 2 special advisors. In a statement from the Office of the Secretary to the State Government, Elamu Arugu is the Commissioner for Social Welfare and Rehabilitation, Roland Obed-White, Commissioner for Special Projects, Samuel Anya, Commissioner for Special Duties. Samuel Enyiba is to oversee the Ministry of Water Resources and Rural Development, while Austin Emeka Nadozie is the Commissioner for Employment Generation and Economic Empowerment. Also, Forgiven Amakri is the Special Assistant to the Governor on Political Affairs and Strategy, while Acho Prince Nna is the Special Assistant on Civil Society Relations. The postings take immediate effect. Earlier, during their swearing-in, Governor Siminalayi Fubara charged them to see the opportunity as a call to duty.
Finding yourself here is an opportunity for you to defend the government and also ensure that what these millions of people fought for is not in vain. Because of that standing, we're still standing, even in the face of little distraction. We're not bringing you on board to criticize or to abuse, because the only reason why the distractors are intensifying their shot is so that we will miss our target. At the end of the day, the Rivers people will not ask us, what are the court judgments that we have? What are the protests that they want to see results? Help us to have enough A's in our report card.
Governor Fubara also specifically charged the commissioner representing non-indigenous in the state, Sam Aya, to carry everyone along.
Ensure that the West, the East, the North, the minorities that are also non-indigenous are represented even. Don't say because you're from the East, it is all about the East. Please be a better representative so that your people will be happy. And this support that we're getting from this non-indigenous will increase. We need their support.
In another development, the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission, RISIEC, has refuted claims that the local government election scheduled for 5th October will be postponed until a court order is lifted. The Commission, in a statement by its chairman, retired Justice Adolfo Zenemeli, clarified that it has never issued any such statement and advised the public to note that the local government election timetable remains unchanged. Moving on, a constitutional lawyer, Richard Nwokocha, says a section of the Constitution gives Nigerians the right to seek legal redress in court if their rights are violated, regardless of party constitutions. Professor Nwokocha's statement was in response to comments credited to Tony Okocha, claiming that the court lacks the power to intervene in internal party matters. Professor Nwokocha explained that the claimant, Emeka Bekee, and others approached the court to protect their right. He said the court is legally empowered to hear and rule on the case.
Under the Chapter 4 of the Constitution, which deals with the fundamental rights, a person who feels that his rights have been affected is entitled to approach the High Court under Section 46 of the Constitution, and the court is constitutionally empowered to hear him and give appropriate order to protect his fundamental rights which has been adversely affected or which is threatened. Notwithstanding what the party's constitution says, there has been this much talk about private party affair.
Still to come, Finnish government launches legal action against pro-Biafran agitator Simon Ekpa. Stay with us.
Selection of Ezigbe Huda IV begins.
3 more contestants qualified for the next round of Nigeria Info FM's I Beg to Differ debate tournament of champions yesterday. They are Mina Nengi Yofori David, Mercy Ajekiwe, and Delight Oke Oji. The I Beg to Differ debate continues today from 4 to 6 p.m. The debate is broadcast live across all Nigeria Info FM radio stations in Nigeria and streamed live on Facebook and YouTube. And now the Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, says the armed forces requires 200 million rounds of ammunition annually to secure the nation and protect its territorial integrity for its operations. The minister said the volume will cost the federal government at least $2 per ammunition. The minister said this yesterday. He blamed past government for the nation's failure to achieve self-sufficiency in the production of military hardware. The Finnish government says it is taking action in the case of pro-Biafran agitator Simon Eba over his secession activities in the southeast. Finland's Minister for Foreign Affairs, Elina Vatonen, said this during a press conference. He said Simon Eba's case is now before a court in Finland. In business, a bill to liquidate the outstanding Central Bank of Nigeria Ways and Means of 30 trillion naira to minimize inflationary pressure in the country will soon be tabled before the Senate. The bill is sponsored by Senator Adetokunbo Abiru and 9 other senators. In entertainment, Big Brother Niger star Fina has advised beauty queen Chidimma Adesina not to compete in the Miss Universe Nigeria 2024 pageant, but to take a break from pageantry this year. In sport, Napoli have opened talks with Manchester United over the potential signing of Scotland midfielder 27-year-old Scott McTominay and would prefer a loan deal. And now on the international scene, tens of thousands of women in West Bengal state in India marched through the streets on Wednesday night in protest against the rape and murder of a trainee doctor at a state-run hospital in Kolkata last week. The night march was the culmination of nearly a week of frenzied protest ignited by the brutal killing of a 31-year-old doctor at the R.G. Carr Medical College last Friday. A hospital volunteer worker has been arrested in connection with the crime.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. NNPCL said it has discovered 63 illegal refineries in Rivers and other Niger Delta states. The TCN has said parts of Rivers and Bayelsa states are to face blackout following destruction of a facility. Rivers State Governor Similayo Fubara has assigned portfolios to the 5 new commissioners and 2 special advisors sworn in. And on the foreign scene, Indian women have protested over the rape and murder of a female doctor. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifichukwu Monyele. Many thanks for listening.